Okay. Now I think it's rotated properly. Previously it wasn't. Alright, so I have some ramp bucks, or some ramps I need to do. I made most of the ramp bucks already, just to expedite things, because I want to make the ramps tonight. So these guys are already made. So I make them upside down because they fit on the play field like this. Like the ramp is kind of like this, but you need to form it upside down, right? So this is the sleigh ramp, and habit trail comes out of this side when it's flipped. And this is the candy cane ramp, because it looks kind of like a candy cane. And again, it's made flipped. There's one more I need to do. It's that side chimney ramp. So I'm going to do that now in this video. It should be one of the simpler ones, but it's going to be one of the more complex ones to pull. Right, so a little more space in here. Can I use this one? So I got glue. I have my air gun over here with 3/4 inch staples. I'm going to be gluing these guys. So anyways, here's the ramp, the flange for the ramp. This ramp, I made it on like this fake brick piece that I had. These I got MDF from Home Depot. It's nice and smooth. Plywood usually has lots of divots and things to show up on the poles. So I want this fat section, this 3/4 inch section, to be where the ball travels in, because then the ball will travel on the nice smooth section here, rather than on a seam, a potential seam. So I need to make sure that this is the upper part of the ramp when I put it together like this. Because again, when I flip it upside down, it'll be the lower part that the ball goes on. The first step is gluing these things together. Now I didn't sand off these tabs yet, because if I sand them off before I attach these things, they could potentially be off-center. So I want to glue and staple these together, then I'll sand them off like at the same time. That ensures that they're the correct, distance from the edge, and there's no weird divots. So let's get this going. And again, this needs to be on top like this. So glue. And then I'll put the 3/4 inch piece on top. Altogether, this will be 1 1/4 inch. A little bit more down here. Altogether, this will be 1 1/4 inch deep for the ramp. And I'm going to line it up as best I can. And it'll be a little bit of a slow process. I'm going to start at the mouth where the ball goes in, and then work my way up and around. Because this is really the most important section that needs to be lined up. here. Alright, now that this is attached, I'm going to bring this over to my belt sander and sand off these little tabs so it's all nice and smooth. I'll be back in one. Alright, now it's all nice and smooth. Yes, the mad scientist is creating stuff. Hi, Derek. So this is now smooth. All those tabs are gone. It's all pretty good. I'll now attach it to the flange. And for simplicity, I'm going to have the flange on top when I do it. I can line these things up, you know, based on this corner here and this smooth section, and kind of guesstimate on this side. But I do need to get 1 1/4 inch staple. And then I'll be ready to do a pull. What I've done in this also, which I didn't mention, I pre-drilled a whole lot of little holes in here. I don't know if that shows up in this. It does a little bit. A whole lot of little holes all around it. And those are air holes, so when I do the pull, the air has some place to escape around all these tight edges. And there's dozens of them on each one of these ramps. on this side, for whatever reason, this side slipped. So now that edge is a little tight, but I think that's negligible. I think it'll be fine. Like, everything else seems to be okay. So I'll find out. Worst comes to worst, I pull it apart and I reattach it, which is a little easier said than done, but yeah. Okay, so when I bought plastic on Sunday, I accidentally bought the wrong size, because of course, go me. This is actually a little bit of a problem. Hang on a second. I need to do a little bit of surgery on this, because the glue is going into the air holes, which is not what I want. Not what I want at all. But that doesn't happen. So that if the glue glues up the air holes, then again, the tight corners won't be able to do what they need to do. And that's no good. We're getting into all the tight little crevices where the glue is seeping out on this one. Alright, well, that's about as good as... I'm going to let this one dry a little bit before I use it. There seems to be an excess of glue. Okay, I can put this stuff away. Don't need it anymore. Alright, now, so like I was saying, the plastic I bought, so I need to trim it down. Put some things away first. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal, it's just one more thing that needs to get done. So, I've already trimmed one down to the correct size, and I just need to trace it and trim the other one. Do that. Alright, can you see this? A little bit, yeah. So this one I trimmed to the correct size already, so I'm just going to trace it and trim the other ones. I need 3, because I have 3 ramps, and I can't combine these ramps because they need too much of my machine space to be able to put more on. I usually try to do a couple different ramps, like in one pull, so I don't waste as much plastic. And because I ordered the wrong size, I spent more than I really wanted to on plastic, so $15 more. Instead of it being 28 bucks a sheet, it was $31 a sheet. But I mean, that adds up, especially if you add shipping. The shipping for these sheets, I got 5 sheets, it was like 50 bucks. So yeah, all those little things add up, which is not great. the nice thing about this polycarbonate is you can just cut it with regular metal shears, and it doesn't splinter or anything, it just cuts nice. But it is a workout on your hand. It's two. One more to go. And then I'll have all 3 sheets ready. Then I can start making real ramps. These sheets of plastic arrived today, and I immediately grabbed them because it's a little rainy and polycarbonate is porous. I didn't want condensation to get into the things. That would be bad. That causes bubbling. And I know some of my ramps are going to bubble eventually, but the more I can prevent it, the better. So I immediately brought it in and took them out of the box and put them right in front of my baseboard heaters so they could stay nice and warm and dry. And they've been there until like 5 minutes ago. I don't know. This is my phone, so it's doing phone things. I have no idea. And my phone is probably not the greatest audio right now because reasons. I don't know. My hand's getting tired. And it also scrapes up your thumb too. So, oh, it is what it is. Come on. Alright. Okay, my 3 sheets are all set. So, that means it's off to the former. Yep, it is meant to cut sheet metal, and it works great on polycarbonate. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing over here. need to plug this sucker in, so hang on a second. This phone is in my way. Alright, we're going to start off with this ramp. Okay, so what I do is, when I place that in there, I also put washers underneath. That adds a little bit of an air gap, so it ensures the air gets around the whole buck. It's very possible, here, let me zoom in for a second. So, I can't really see my mesh very well because my light over here is bad. But it's very possible that some of these holes don't line up to the edge, and it won't get good suction. So I want to raise it up just a tickle, and that will ensure that it has good suction all around. The other trick, though, is you don't want to cover up your vent holes, right? So I just kind of threw them in there haphazardly. However, I'm going to go back now and just double check to make sure they're not covering any of the edge holes that I have. Okay, time for some plastic. This plastic they sent me this time is not great compared to previous, because one side has a very clear protecting thing, and I can't tell when I pull it. There we go. Okay. plastic is in.
And now it's just time to heat it up. I'm going to lower this thing so you can see the whole heat process. Because eventually that's going to sag. You're not going to be able to see the sag very well, but you might be able to see the redness of the heat.
So, wait a minute. Something's not right. I'm gonna
go double check to make sure my fuse or my breaker downstairs hasn't blown, because yeah, this should make the vacuum go, and it's not. So I'll be right back in a minute.
Yeah.
So the breaker is popped. It's good. It'll be loud, so just fair warning.
All right.
So now, let me get this a little lower so we'll see what's going on. Okay, so that light over there is telling me that the heater's on. You're not going to be able to see it very well. Once the coils get a little red, I'll move this underneath so you can see exactly what's going on. But yes, just be forewarned, this will get very loud, and I have no idea how to change the volume on this thing. Yay. Anyways, once those coils start getting a little red, I'll bring it towards a little more so you can see. Actually, can I bring it towards? Can you see the coils up there? Can I lower this a little bit more? Rotate this up a little bit. Yeah, you might be able to see the coils in there once they actually get warmed up.
Yeah, Kyle, it's
really handy. I got this one off of eBay from a place in Maine. It was about a 4-hour each way, so
yeah, it was
like an 8-hour day with U-Haul spring a couple years ago. I almost got the van stuck a couple times, but it's well worth it. I've used this I don't know how many dozens of times. So it's definitely heating up. I can smell it a little bit, and I can hear it going click, 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 click. It just takes a little bit for it to get red hot.
it's definitely warm though.
So hopefully the preconditioning I did with this plastic will make it not bubble. I'm using 0.08 inch, yeah, polycarbonate. I get 1/8 inch, but that adds a lot to the price. This sheet alone is about $28 each. The 1/8 inch bumps it up to like 40 something, or like yeah, high 30s, low 40s, something like that. So I stick with the thinner stuff, but it works fine. That's what I use with Haunted Cruise and Frozen and all. It like everything. Yeah. The preconditioning I did was the moment it arrived today, I put it right in. I put all the sheets in front of my baseboard heater so they would stay warm and dry. My garage is not exactly the driest place in the world, and I didn't want any moisture to get on the sheets. That causes bubbling. So I don't know. I wouldn't say really preconditioning. It's just some preventative maintenance, hopefully. So we'll see. Anyways, Kyle, this will get loud when I turn the vacuum on. So just be forewarned. And I will give like a couple second warning. But once it starts sagging, I need to kind of move quick. And you can see it's beginning to kind of wobble a little bit under there.
No, it's not saggy.
It's just wobbling. There's a difference between wobble and sag. Now it's beginning to sag. All right, everybody. I recommend you turn your volumes way down. I'm going to leave this on here so you can kind of see what's going on. But at the moment, I have to work quick. Holy hell, that was a success. Get out of the light. There you go. That came out pretty good. First try. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm happy with that. Hopefully the other ramps turn out as good as this one. This is nice. So that's preconditioning and keeping your plastic nice and warm and clean. Because this is crystal clear. Woo. Okay. So one down, two more to go. Yeah. All the way around it. Oh man. There's a little bit of an issue right here, but I don't care. I mean, generally speaking, this was like perfect. Yeah, this is like perfect. All the way around. And this is 100% negligible over here. This section is 100% negligible. Because that's where the habit trail is going to go in. So there's going to be a guide wire here anyways, and it's not going to be moving that fast. So this, ramp 1 is a success. I'm going to go grab the next ramp. Okay, ramp number 2. This guy. This is too big for my machine. See that? It's not going to fit in my machine. However, I can make it diagonal. And now it fits. So, I need to be very, very, very careful about the stretch and the pull on this, just like I did with the last one. Since this section over here and that over there is way on the edge of the machine, I really need to let it sag as much as I can, and I'm going to have to play around with the hot air gun a lot to make it work well. But anyways, I'll get this set up, I'll get the next piece of plastic on.
I want that turned a little more over here. Alright, I think that'll work okay. So next is a sheet of plastic. Ramp number 2. Alright, let's get this camera set up again. Oh, no, it works fine. The breaker I was playing around with installing a hot tub a couple weeks ago, and I have a GFI breaker for this thing, and the GFI button sticks out a little bit in my breaker box, so I think when I was playing around with the panel, I accidentally grazed or touched the GFI test button on it. So, I mean, it doesn't pop it fine. I have a 60 amp line going to this, and this only needs a 50 amp, 220, so it's perfectly fine. Let's get this down low, and then do the next ramp. Alright, again, it's going to be loud once it starts melting, and I have to move quick, so fair warning. And I hope that this ramp works well, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to use the heat gun on the edges, like I mentioned. And it takes about 2 minutes for it to warm up and get going. And then the magic happens. And it might actually be a little quicker now that the coils are already warm. It won't take as long for them to heat up. So we'll see. And again, anyone who just joined, this is going to be loud in a minute. So just fair warning to anybody who's watching. I can't necessarily tell you, hey, I'm going to flick the switch and it's going to be loud. I need to move quick when it happens. But yeah, that first pull went really, really well. I'm really excited to take the thing apart and start, or to pull the buck out and see the result of it. And it was crystal clear too, which is nice. So that gives me hope that this one will also be crystal clear when I let it sag a bit. And it's To wobble now.
Like,
Wobble around there.
warning, extreme heat. Yeah, don't touch the coils with your hands. It's not recommended.
No, that's still solid as a rock.
It'll be another minute. Oh yeah, the coils are kind of red now. Okay, it's getting to the point, so probably within the next 30 seconds I'm going to need to move quick. Yeah, now it's beginning to sag. Okay. I want to sag a decent amount to get the edges nice and warm. Okay, that was a failure. That side did not pull at all. That was a complete failure. That side did not pull at all. Salvage this ramp a little bit.
Probably not. Let's see.
Yeah, this right here, you can, hopefully you can see a little bit. This just did not pull. It's all bowed up. The rest of this ramp did fine. Like all these other bits are great. But that's why I bought a bunch of sheets of plastic, because I knew there was going to be a problem. Alright, I'll deal with this in the ramp later. I need to pull this thing out. Okay, this ramp I think is going to be a problem ramp because of how tight this section is. So I need to make sure this is kind of this section's kind of in the middle.
If that's even possible.
Okay, I'm hoping that edge over there isn't a problem. Because, well, we'll see. It shouldn't be if I let it melt enough, but we'll see.
Alright.
Let's see if I can get a good pull out of this.
is going. That's gonna be a pain in the butt to get out. All right, this is getting ready to go. So again, it's gonna get loud in a minute. Whoever's watching. Well, in a moment, I should say. Oh shoot.
Okay, I don't know why the back side of these things just aren't pulling down well. It seems to be a consistent problem since I've been trying to get it. Luckily, I was able to save. Might be able so this one is salvageable, thankfully.
Yeah, this one is salvageable. Pulled in here really nicely, which I'm really surprised about. Except for this section right here, which I was worried about. Yeah, I think this is salvageable. Anyways, I'm gonna go pull this out.
Let's see if I can get some of these ramps out safe. This one is already beginning to fall apart on me. These bucks aren't really designed for multi-use. But
Yeah.
I'll deal with this one later. This one's gonna be a thing.
But yeah, let's get this one out. Let's see
How it looks.
Yeah, this edge is screwed up, but I don't think that's a problem. Yes, there are better ways of doing it.
But I don't have the tools for that.
Oh, this is going to be a problem because this is where I want to mount it. Damn it. Alright, well. I'll figure something out. Actually, I'm going to protect my hand because that's the smart thing to do. So I only have 2 more sheets of this plastic. I only bought 5 because it's expensive. I want to salvage this ramp. The other ramp, obviously, I can't. But this one, I really want to salvage. Okay. Pop goes the weasel. I think this will work. I'll know in a second. I'll know in a second. I need to trim the rest of this junk off. I scared everybody off with the noise. So the real trick is, will this flex down the way I need it to? And I think it's going to. It's going to. This hand is getting really tired. Okay, well, let's see if this is going to flex. I need to trim a little bit more of this. This section is a pain in the butt. Yay. Well, I'll use metal to reinforce that. Let me get the shears in there. Yeah. It doesn't because this section needs to be trimmed. Otherwise, now that it's trimmed, this is held up. I want this. This a little bit more, because this is holding up the works over here. So I need to test it with 2 inches. So this is another 3/4 inch. Well, mounted right there.
Yeah, this'll work. It'll work. I'm just gonna rebuild that edge.
Because the forming machine just didn't do well with it. Come on. This might be a difficult to work with. Come on. Yeah, this end is really, really ugly. But it is what it is. Anything? Oh, there's a little something. We're gonna have to sand that down.
Okay, well,
It's not perfect. It's not perfect by any means,
but it's a ramp, and I can make do with it.
Alright, let's do this one. This one
Came out bloody perfectly.
absolutely bloody perfectly. Yeah, so this has 2 mouths here, so I'm going to want to peel this one up, peel this one up, and then work my way around. Wow, this is absolutely perfect. I really need to get a working bandsaw. Come on. Ow. Ow. Oh, that popped up quick. Nice. Let's see, how easy is this to be to get up and out? It's not. Okay. I need to work on this side. Getting to this side is going to be a thing, though, because of all this webbing. effect? Not yet. There we go. There we go. This one came out nice and easy. That one came out nice and easy. Okay, now I gotta trim it. Yeah, this ramp came out beautiful. I wish the other ones came out like this. Hi, Tanner. How are you doing? Yeah, well, it's a lot of work because I don't have the right tools for it. It's a lot of handwork. Technically, I should use that thing over there, but that thing doesn't want to work right now. It's popping a breaker. So I need to figure out what's wrong with it. I'm hoping it's not a motor winding, but I don't know. Besides, all good things come with work, so this will be worth it in the long run. Jesus. And that does not want to cut through. Where did I make that cut? Right there. Come on, I cut it on the other side. What the hell? What the hell? My Dremel is at my shop. It's not here right now. Otherwise, I'd love to use it. Hey, it's the Klingon symbol.
Yeah.
Almost done with this.
Looks like this is
Bending pretty well too, which is what I hoped. All right.
the bulk of the junk is off. You see, this is gonna bend down just like that.
It's gonna work perfectly. And it needs to go 3.5 inches tall,
Which is the equivalent of 2 of these.
so roughly. Is it? No.
It's not. It's the equivalent
Of 2
by 4, which I have over here.
This lives up here like this, and it flexes down. Huzzah! It worked. It does what I want. Success. All right.
Nice. So I'm pretty sure
The other ramps are going to do what I want them to as well once I more or less get them cleaned up. Why are you doing it? Come on, grab. Thank you. Okay, so because I have nice sharp edges here along these rims, I can put a pair of pliers and just fold down and snap off, which gives me nice clean edges. It doesn't always work like on this other ramp. On this other ramp, there were lots of like soft edges. It was like this end here. So you can't bend that down. You need to trim that. And then sections over here were also kind of soft, unfortunately. Which is why you really want a good pull. Because then it comes nice and clean. You're getting a lot of my arm, unfortunately. But, yeah. Corners are a little more difficult. Come on. Come on. In my way. Well, so much for that corner. Screw you. My corners are horrible today. But, yeah, I mean, that doesn't matter much. That's where the bend is anyways. I just don't want any more of it. I think that was the last inside corner I need to worry about. One of these things. Oh, for Christ's sake. Can I just trim around it, maybe? Yes, I can. Good. Screw this thing. Can I bend this? Not very well. No, come on. Come on, shears, don't do that. Fine. Right. All right, one side done. I'm still gonna sand this thing when I'm done. But one outside is done. Just need to do this little bit on the inside, and then this ramp will be trimmed out. And then I need to figure out where to cut this. It's a slow process. Put it up at the right spot. All right. This ramp is trimmed out. End up being like this. Just for funsies. Just for funsies. This ramp. See, that goes there-ish. That goes there-ish. Any kind of weight I can put in that thing. I don't think I need to trim this at all. I think I made the right guess. Wow. Okay. Get a closer look at this. a little bit. I want so that if that's 3.5, 4.5, 4 4 3/4. So not this one. Go 4 3/4. One and a half. Where this lines up. That needs to line up. Needs to get trimmed a little bit. Okay, where's my drawing? Here it is. Good. There. So you. Yep, that's perfect. over there. Yeah, this is pretty perfect. So this is going to be a nice smooth ramp to go up and around. Wow. Nice. Yep. Alright, so this is going to go here. This ramp works perfect. Where's my drill? Let's do another one of those. Come on, go in. No. There and there. I need one more. My battery's down. I'm gonna bring this over here. This is one ramp. Let's check out the other ramp. Stay there. So this other ramp goes 2 inches up over here. No, don't waver. Like that. Definitely not going to work as well as this first one, or the third one for that matter. But it will work. Nevertheless. That goes there-ish. Yep, that just fits. That just fits in there. Wait, now let's see if I can get this other ramp out without destroying the entire damn buck. It's already destroying the buck. I really don't want it to do that. Where's that tool? This is just being absolutely stubborn. Absolutely bloody stubborn.
of damage on this.
Right there. Nothing that can't be fixed. With a little bit of persuasion.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
Damage over here. But that's nothing. This I push back in, and if I
throw a couple staples right there, then it'll be as good
as new, and I can sand that flush, and that's no big deal. So I can use this again to try and get a good pull. But as of right now, I do have this piece. I mean, this is almost
great. It's just this end section.
It's just this end section, which is crap, but everything
up to here
is good. So I'm wondering, maybe I
should just make this end section a habit trail, and then just keep this section here. I'm probably just going to do that. You know?
Because everything else is fine on here.
Or fine enough.
Fine enough for what I need. So yeah, I'm going to do that.
I'm going to make that other section a habit trail.
Okay. Alright, I'll turn you to... My hands are getting torn up. Whew. What I really want to know is if this is going to bend up as nicely as that other one.
And
If it'll fit underneath this one over here. Alright. Ow, ow, ow. That hurt. Where's my glove? Okay, right about here is where it's going to cross. I'm gonna save this piece because this piece will tell me how big the habit trail needs to be. But everything over here is what I care about. This is the entrance where the cross habit trail goes. Yeah, this looks like it'll bend all right. Especially when I trim it out. Nice. Ooh. My arm's getting really exhausted again. Who's on here? Grace. Hi. Yeah. How am I gonna get in there? Probably gonna have to use the sander on this. And again, I'm going to sand this later on. Right, let's see if I can get this side, then this ramp will be ready. Well, this section is... I don't know the best way to get this section, because I can't bend this, I don't think. There we go. Guess that was the correct way to get it. Or correct enough way. Oh. So this thing is 2 inches high. 2 inches? 2.5 inches. So that is another 2x4. Three-quarters inch or 1 inch? I don't remember. It'll be close enough either way. You don't see that. Get some of this stuff out of the way.
Oh, you'll see that a little better. Hey, this will work pretty good. I'm happy. Obviously, I need to create the ramp flaps, and unplug this for a second. Obviously, I need to create the ramp flaps, right? And I need to trim things and mount things properly. This will work pretty well. Okay, since I trimmed this off, I do need to make a habit trail for this. There's a habit trail that's going to come from here to here. Right along that way. That lines up really, really nice too.
Nice.
Nice. Alright. Well, I think this was a success. I think I'm going to call it a night. There's still a lot of work that needs to get done on this. The inserts for this still haven't shown up, which is unfortunate because I was really hoping to finish that. They might not be here till Saturday at the earliest, so I might not be able to flip this Saturday. I might, maybe it'll be a next Wednesday thing or next Tuesday thing, but it will be flipping within the next 7 days. Tomorrow, at least Saturday, I will go to my shop with these parts and finish them up, put the ramp flaps on, get everything else done, make these habit trails that I need, make sure everything lines up properly. Yeah, I mean, this ramp over here is a little finicky. I'm going to need to make a little metal bracket for that just to help guide it, but everything else looks like it's going to be okay with the design. So nice. I'm really happy about this. And it looks like these shots are gonna be pretty good to get too. Like this ramp in the front right here. Like flipper view. That's an easy to shoot ramp. That's really wide. That's wider than I expected. But that's gonna be really easy to shoot. That's like 2.5 or 3 inches almost. 3 inches wide almost. Where's my ruler? That is millimeters. This is inches. That is, yeah, that's 3 inches wide. So that's very easy to shoot. This ramp over here from this flipper gonna be really easy to get to. No problems. Obviously the flipper right here, that ramp should be pretty gettable from this flipper right here. The flipper that's over here will be able to get this ramp. I mean, that's not a tall ramp at all. I'm very confident of getting that. Nice.
No, it's one thing seeing
it in CAD. It's another thing seeing it in real life. So I'm pleased.
Yeah, the
difficulty is going to figure out how to mount this because this doesn't have any flange. I'm not quite sure how this is going to mount. I might need to make a special bracket for that
that it'll sit on, and maybe it'll have a rivet or something in there. I'm not really sure yet. I'll figure that out. That's not too difficult to solve. Alright. Hey, good night, everybody. Those of you who watched, I hope you enjoyed it. Otherwise, you'll see the VOD.